Someone is ignoring you right now. And the worst part? You already know who it is. You've sent the message. You've seen the read receipt. And nothing. Silence. You replay the last conversation in your head. What did you say? What did you do wrong? There it is. The trap is already working. And right now, while you are anxious, while you are doubting yourself, the person giving you the silent treatment is completely calm. They designed it that way. This video is going to show you exactly what the silent treatment is, who uses it, why it works so well on you specifically, and what you must do to reclaim your mind. But first, understand this. The moment you started wondering what you did wrong, you handed over your power. And they knew you would. The silent treatment is not about anger. It is not about needing space. It is a calculated instrument of psychological control. And if it has been used on you, more than once, by the same person, that is not a coincidence. That is a pattern. And patterns have architects. Stay with me. What you are about to learn cannot be unlearned. And once you see it, you will never be caught off guard again. The psychology of the silent treatment. Let us begin. You are not broken. You are not too sensitive. You are not the problem. And I need you to hear that before we go any further. The reason the silent treatment affects you is not weakness. It is because you were built with something they lack. Empathy. You actually care about connection. Empathy is a superpower. But in the wrong relationship, it becomes the leash they use to walk you with. Here is what no one tells you. You were taught, probably as a child, that silence from someone you love means you did something wrong. That connection is earned through good behavior. That early programming is exactly what certain types of people scan for. They find it, and they use it. The silent treatment is most commonly deployed by people with narcissistic, controlling, or emotionally immature patterns. It is not a relationship tool. It is a dominance weapon. And the cruelest part? It works without them ever having to say a single word. All they have to do is disappear. And your own mind does the rest of the damage. You become your own torturer. They just handed you the instrument. The real cause of your pain is not you. It is a system, a behavioral strategy, being run by someone who learned that silence produces compliance. And every time you chased them, apologized when you did nothing wrong or broke first, you confirmed that the strategy works. You train them to keep doing it. This is not your fault. But it is now your responsibility to break the loop. And to break it, you need to understand exactly how the psychology works. Layer by layer. So let us go through each layer. 7 lessons that will change how you see every silent moment from this point forward. Pay attention. Take notes if you need to. This knowledge is for protection, not destruction. Now, Lesson 1. Lesson 1, the Extinction Burst. When you stop responding to the silent treatment, when you finally hold your ground, things will get worse before they get better. That is not failure. That is proof it is working. You decide to stop chasing. You go quiet. And suddenly they are texting, calling, showing up, doing everything they refused to do before. This feels like a win. It is actually a trap. The science behind it, behavioral psychology, calls this the extinction burst. When a learned behavior stops producing a reward, the behavior temporarily intensifies before it dies. They are not changing. They are escalating to get you back in line. What you can do starting today, when they come back during this phase, do not celebrate and do not punish. Simply observe. Their return tells you everything about the power dynamic that existed. Drop this in the comments right now. I observe. I do not react. Because that is the first shift. Lesson 2, the cortisol strategy. The silent treatment is a biological attack. It activates your body's stress response as surely as a physical threat would. When you are being ignored by someone whose approval matters to you, your brain reads it as social death. And to your ancient survival wiring, social death is almost as dangerous as actual death. Research from UCLA has shown that social pain activates the same regions in the brain as physical pain. So when it hurts, it literally hurts. You are not being dramatic. What you can do, interrupt the cortisol spiral with deliberate physiological action. A cold splash of water on your face. A 3-minute walk outside. Your nervous system needs evidence that you are safe. Give it that evidence yourself without needing them to do it. Epictetus wrote, "Men are disturbed not by things, but by the opinions about things." The silent treatment has no power except what your nervous system assigns to it. Reclaim the assignment. Lesson 3, the invisible apology. Here is one of the cruelest mechanics of the silent treatment. You apologize for things you never did. And you never even notice you are doing it. You reach out first. You soften your tone. You say sorry just to end the silence, even when you have done nothing wrong, and they accept your apology in silence, which confirms in their mind that you were the problem all along. The psychology, this is called the submission signal. In dominance hierarchies, in animals and humans both, lowering your posture, reaching out first, or breaking the silence first signals subordination. You signal it every time you crack. What you can do starting today, before you reach out, write down exactly what you would say. Then ask, am I apologizing for something I actually did, or am I trying to manage their emotional state? If it is the second one, put the phone down. Drop this in the comments. I am the destination, not the pursuit. Say it like you mean it. Lesson 4, the trauma bond loop. Why does the person who hurts you most also feel like the person you cannot live without? That is not love. That is a biochemical trap. This is what intermittent reinforcement does. Hot and cold, present and gone, loving and silent. The unpredictability does not make you fall out of love, it makes you addicted. Research on intermittent reinforcement shows it produces stronger behavioral responses than consistent reward. It is the same mechanism that drives slot machine addiction. You are not weak for being caught in it. The mechanism is designed to catch you. What you can do starting today, map the pattern. Write down every instance of warmth and every instance of withdrawal over the last 3 months. When you see it laid out on paper, you see the machine, not the person. And you cannot be in love with a machine. Drop this in the comments. I am breaking the loop. Because awareness is the first link you sever. Lesson 5, the Narcissistic Reset. Not every person who gives you the silent treatment is a narcissist. But every narcissist uses the silent treatment. Knowing the difference changes everything. A person with narcissistic personality uses silence as a reset button. It erases the argument, erases their behavior, and when they return, they often act as if nothing happened. This is called the Hoover. They suck you back in. You recognize this moment. They come back warmly. They bring energy. They make you feel like the good times are back. And then you do not bring up what happened. Because why ruin the good mood? That is the reset. The issue disappears. What you can do starting today, name it when it happens. Not aggressively, clearly. Say, I am glad you are back, but we still need to address what happened before this. This simple sentence breaks the reset. Lesson 6, the silence of the self. The most devastating effect of long-term silent treatment is not anxiety. It is not depression. It is self-silencing. You stop speaking your truth because you have been trained to expect punishment for it.